Oh, good day, my child, tips Fedora. 'Tis me, the nice parent, the nicest parent of them all, just as long as you agree to have a tracker app on your phone and always come home and lock yourself in the basement at 6 p.m. because that is your curfew. And as long as you do this, I will not destroy your life. What's that? You're 32 years old, an adult of yourself? That is no excuse. You will always be my child. Why are you gay? Good evening, laddies, lasses, and lasses, and welcome to the click. You smell absolutely astounding today. And don't let anyone else lie to you and tell you otherwise. Today, we're doing something absolutely beautiful. We're looking at InsaneParents, baby, with a little bit of spice guest appearance from entitled parents. Enjoy. Mwah. r/InsaneParents. My mom's reaction after I didn't want to cuddle her all night. I am assuming, since you're on Reddit writing this, you're not, in fact, a 2-year-old that is just napping with your parent.
By the way, if I wake up before you, I will be taking all of the hot water. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Suddenly, my alarm is set for 5 again.
Good. Wouldn't want you to lose sleep, princess. And there will absolutely be no f***ing around. You walk out the door when I say so. 1 minute later, you walk. You don't go if I leave you behind. You get pulled from driver's ed.
I love you, and because I love you, I am going to tell you right now, this is a really childish response. You are getting mad at me right now over me not wanting to sleep in your room. Do you realize how strange that sounds? I am 16. Your mom is demanding to sleep with you and cuddle with you at the age of 16 and will punish you if you don't? This gives me some low-key incesty vibes. Is that where this is going? I am 16. I am less than 2 years away from being an adult. All I want is sleep in my own room. Good night. I love you.
F*** off. I am sleeping. Do not message me after 7 p.m. Oh, please keep in mind, there will be no reminders tomorrow. When I say let's go, you have 60 seconds to get in my car. If you get in and you smell in any way teeth, pits, hair, I will kick you out to fix it. Then you will walk to school and be on time. If you are tardy, I will take your electronics. Night.
For context, I, 16 non-binary, am often forced by my mom, 39F, to cuddle her until she falls asleep because of her anxiety. Okay, even if the anxiety thing is real and there isn't any other icky, creepy stuff going on, it still feels really icky and creepy, but even if the anxiety thing is real, it is still wildly inappropriate, because essentially this mom is offloading the responsibility of her mental health to her kids. And if they don't want to, cuddle her to sleep because of anxiety, she will, punish them by pulling their driver's ed and, mess with their school and morning routines. Are you serious? I have been doing this for years. To add on to this, she never wears clothes while she sleeps. I didn't think this could get more creepy, but here we are, baby. And I never realized how weird it was until I told my boyfriend about it. Okay, at the very least, this person isn't all alone and has some sort of external opinion about this. But the mom sounds kinda wild, not gonna lie. I am trying to grow a backbone here. I am not crazy for thinking this is weird, right? No, you're not crazy for thinking this is weird. This is incredibly weird. The word weird doing a lot of legwork right now. I just want to sleep in my own room. I don't know if the not safe for work tag applies here or not, but I think it does with the added context. Edit, okay, I see a lot of suggestions, and I just want to clarify some things. My school does not have a counselor of any kind. It's a small Catholic school. We don't even have a nurse. Oh, that's great. Number 2, my grandpa also worked at the school, and I don't want him to know I told anyone. He would side with my mom no matter what. 3, I live in the US. 4, I have a therapist, one who I told, but I think I must have worded it wrong or something because she didn't see it as a big deal, since other cultures find being naked with your parents as something normal. What kind of therapist do you have, man? I'm starting to think that maybe your therapist needs more therapy themselves. You know, and also talking about nudity in other cultures. For example, in Swedish context, if we bring it to something that I know something about, nudity isn't necessarily something sexual in certain contexts. For example, if you go into the sauna after the gym, that's not particularly sexualized, even though everyone is naked. So sure, me as an adult man have definitely gone into the sauna with my father after we have been to the gym together. But that's a little bit different. That's not a parent demanding their 16-year-old to cuddle them to sleep. That is wildly different. This isn't something the therapist should be using as a comparable thing in the least, if I understand this correctly. My dad is not an option, he's in jail. My boyfriend's parents are also not an option. NB means non-binary. I have been doing this since I was 7-ish. That is so weird and creepy. Like, in worst case, your mom is a really weirdo creep to her own kids. And in the best case, which is still really bad, she is like using her kids and kinda like threatening them with all these kind of consequences if they don't take responsibility for her anxiety by doing all of these things, while also being super controlling and pretty verbally abusive on top of that. Like, this parent is such a piece of work, man.
I am sorry, am I the only one who thinks this is some kind of naughty thing as well? Like, she is literally forcing OP to stay with her all night while she is naked.
Sounds like covert incest. It's weird, gross, inappropriate, and abusive.
It's not even that covert, to be honest. Oh my god.
I would say try to find some trusted adult to talk to about this. Like, it's really nice that you have a partner that you can talk to and you have an outside opinion to like confirm the fact that you aren't the crazy one, so to say. Because sometimes people like this will try really hard to make you feel isolated and then make you feel ashamed for seeking help elsewhere. But that's also how they gain power. Having your own opinion in isolation makes it much more likely for you to doubt yourself. You are not in the wrong here, okay? You really are not.
And my daughter Blorp is now being supervised on her tablet, which I put password on because she's making threats online about ending it all to her friends, which I got a text from one of her friends' moms saying to check on her. So now I told her since she can't be trusted on a tablet alone in her room, she now has to sit beside me while playing on her tablet. There is nothing wrong in her life, but gets the idea that it's funny to joke about hurting yourself or attempting to.
And here's a picture forcing kiddo to smile.
Oh, and here's the mom's profile. Mother of 9 children, soon to be 10. I'm a strong, resilient, brilliant woman, always shine bright, and single. How did you get 10 kids? How? Oh my god, man.
Mother of 9, I think I found the problem. It's just flat out impossible to be a meaningful part of your children's lives when you insist on having that many children. Also the fact she is single with 9 kids. Being a single parent is like a lot of work. Imagine being a single parent with soon-to-be 10 kids? How? What? I missed that detail. Goodness me, that's chaotic. Also, she sucks. I feel bad for the kid. Can you also imagine being spread this thin between your kids, but spending your days writing essays on Facebook, complaining about your kids' very private problems? I mean, the bare minimum in this situation would be to talk to your kid about it and figure out what's actually going on, or find them someone to talk to, like a counselor at school, or what have you. Because sure, I have encountered my fair share of edgelords online that will actively joke about this kind of stuff and not take it seriously, and if the kid in question was just being an edgelord and like sending like weird stuff to people, I can see taking their tablet being like a valid reaction. But what if it isn't? What if this is actually serious and the kid was just venting to their friends online because the mom is obviously not receptive of it and is instead punishing it, you know, potentially making it even worse. There isn't enough context in this post to go around, but the fact that you're posting about this kind of stuff to like your Facebook wall makes me doubt how seriously you take this kind of stuff as a parent. That to me is a massive, massive red flag.
20F, my mom stalks me on Life 360. Turn on your damn location in Life 360. Set your Life 360 location permission to always for Life 360 to work correctly. Is there weirdos on the bus?
It's mostly college students. Made it.
Okay, what are you going to do until it starts?
I am waiting in the store.
Are you inside already?
Yes.
Is there already people waiting?
Yeah.
What kind of shop?
What?
What's the shop's name?
Blorp.
What stores are by it?
Blorp and Blorp.
Are you done yet?
Just finished.
What time is your bus?
Not until 6:30.
And what are you doing until then? Hello, where are you? Answer!
The train is delayed. I am waiting.
Waiting? Where? On it. This does not look like a train station. Picture of this place.
Oh, okay.
Let me know when you leave, when you get there on the bus, when you get on every step. Hello? Do you follow instructions? What? I told you to text me when you leave. Did you take the AirTag?
I thought you meant the bus. Yes, I'm on the train that hasn't left and Grandpa is waiting.
Did it leave?
Yes.
This is exhausting. I am getting exhausted just by reading this. Holy shit, Batman. This is the most overbearing thing I've ever read in my life.
Where are you? Turn on Life 360. Answer your fucking phone. Where are you? What time are you coming home?
In a bit.
When? Do you have a key? No, well, when are you coming? When are you coming? Right now. Have you even left? Hello? Hello? Turn on your Live 360. Turn on your f***ing location. I'm tired of asking. Turn it on. Respond. Respond. Hello? 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 Answer. Hello? You need to come home. You, sir. What? Hello? 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 I'm leaving now. Put your tracker on now. Now. Live 360.
It is on. Did you even leave yet? Have you left yet? Yes, I have left. She has to take her friend home too. The tracker is not working. Say you're in the same spot. Fix it. Hello? I don't know what that means. Where are you? How far? What are you near? I just left the friends house. Turn on Live 360.
I don't appreciate you leaving and saying and turning off your tracker. Vacuum the whole house and clean both bathrooms, including sweep the floors and wipe down the walls in the restrooms.
Hello? Set your Live 360 location. Where are you?
Hello, where are you? My friend's house. My thing is on.
You need to always let me know now first.
Oh, okay.
Your tracker is not on. Fix it now and you are gone home. Hello? Live 360, when will you be back?
I don't know. I'm waiting for their dinner because she's making Bria tacos.
Okay. Hello?
Hello.
When are you coming home? Set your Live 360 location. I already told you to keep your location on. Hello? Hello?
I put it on.
Hello? Set your Live 360. Where are you? Why do you turn off your location? Where are you? Hello?
Hello. Where are you? I like how the person started to respond with just hello. That is actually kind of funny. Hello.
Where are you? Why do you turn off your location?
I'm still at the theater. I didn't.
What time is it over?
In like 20 minutes. I am going to be 21 next week. My mom has been forcing me and my family to use Live 360 for years now. She doesn't have her location on, but she stalks mine. I am so over it. I have no independence at all. I had my own job right out of high school, recently quit, and I'm looking for a new one. I pay my own phone bill and I'm in college. No car yet. I mean, unless you're dependent on them for something else financially, I would totally just mute them. Even if you don't want to quite block them yet, I get it's difficult to cut ties with family and that kind of stuff, and that should more be seen as a last step if they don't improve their behavior. Just muting it and don't pay attention to it, because they can't cancel your phone. You're in college. I'm assuming you don't live at home. Most times you probably live at a college dorm or something like that. So low-key cutting them off and not letting them chase you around like this is probably a good idea. Maybe you can get support from the rest of the family if she's also harassing everyone else using this stuff, If she feels a bit more lonely in her madness, maybe it will be less intense. On Valentine's Day, I went on a first date with my boyfriend, and she kept spam calling my phone even though she knew we were just going to the theater and home by 8 p.m. I mean, that's also a great little wing mother, isn't it? Showing any kind of potential boyfriend that she's incredibly overbearing and stalky. Nice. My friend's house is actually my boyfriend's before we were dating. He lives down the street from me, a few minutes walk. I haven't told her that part yet about my friend's house being my boyfriend's because I am scared of her reaction. Are you financially dependent on her? Do you live in the same house as her? If you answer no to both these questions, stop sharing your location. If your answer is yes to any of these, work on making those answers no. My mom was psycho like this. Luckily, Live 360 either didn't exist or wasn't popular yet, with the constant texting and calls demanding to know where I was, when I would be back, and then taking my phone away or revoking my car privileges or whatever if I didn't answer fast enough, or come home immediately after she told me to. I started by getting my own phone and just not telling her. Lol. She would take my phone away and I would act all pissed and go to my room with my actual phone.
That is so smooth.
That is so good. Hell yeah. She found out eventually, but I was 18 at that point and threatened to call the cops if she took it. She was always threatening to call the cops on me or report me as missing for no reason.
Oh yes, indeed. What a classic caring parent.
Like a year later, I got my own car and went to school in another state. She tried spam texting me when I got there, but I threatened to block her and she's just been chill about it ever since, lol. She still stalks my 23-year-old sister on Live 360 though. So glad she discovered that after I went to school.
These stories are like anti-ads for stuff like Live 360. Being able to track family and that kind of stuff makes perfect sense, if you have smaller kids that are going to school, or you just want to be able to keep track of each other, or in case something happens, When you are reasonable about it, tracking stuff can be perfectly fine among loved ones. But I see so many stories of this, where people just go absolutely bananas, and they just start stalking their own family.
Who needs stalkers when you have parents like this? Mom AI generated her kid's birthday decor for fake internet points instead of actually decorating.
This is why RAM is expensive. Man, I am so happy.
Oh, look at this little Hello Kitty party. Happy 10th birth, Abby. That's almost the word. Ooh, 10, a lot of 10s everywhere. Wow, tomorrow our blorp turns the big 10. Yay! Time definitely flew by for sure. She is turning out to be such an amazing, not so little girl.
Okay, wait, I just noticed something. So she's AI generating this for internet points instead of like putting effort into an actual birthday party and taking pictures of that. And she's doing all for the sweet internet points of 4 likes. 4 likes is worth more than doing like actual birthday celebrations instead of AI slop. Wow. Oh, here's another one. Happy birthday. Almost got it. Happy birthday. Oh, look at that little paw patrol or whatever. Patty Twildus. Nice. Yesterday, it was my niece's 10th birthday, and her mom, my sister-in-law, posted these decorations on Facebook. I saw the post while I was at work. I noticed the Happy Birthday Bee banner first, and then I started looking closer. I scrolled back through her timeline, remembering she posted something similar for my nephew's birthday a few weeks ago. Sure enough, it was also AI. As it turns out, my mother-in-law had already seen the post and showed my niece. So she went home on her birthday expecting the whole shebang. Instead, she came home to nothing. This is so sad. You did not only fake the AI thing for like Facebook points, in this case 4 likes. You did it instead of even doing a birthday. There was nothing. Disappointed, she asked her mom where her decorations were, and mom's response,
Why are you even here? I'm in a bad mood.
Because she only got 4 likes on her fake birthday post. That is why she was in a bad mood, probably. I was able to pick her up a real birthday banner and a few things from the dollar store on my way home from work. I didn't make it in time for her birthday dinner, but we got the decor up before singing happy birthday and serving cake. Hopefully, after getting called out on it, her mom won't pull something like this again. She was so heartbroken, and I just know that this will end up being a core memory for her. That is so sad. Can you imagine growing up remembering that your parents rather post like AI slop images for like Facebook points and not even hosting you a birthday? Like when that becomes the priority, this is not even a parent. That is like prioritizing taking pictures instead of being present in the moment. There isn't even a moment to be present in. Everything was a lie. Man, what a shitty thing to do to your kids. How does she not feel shame? She's probably a narc like my mother-in-law. To them, only appearances and public opinion matters. They don't give 2 fucks about their close family. They just feel victimized by them. I mean, yeah, I suppose don't diagnose people over the internet or whatever, pretty good rule of thumb, but like the patterns are certainly there. Like, you know, turning around on the little kid like, why are you here? I'm in a bad mood. How dare you walk in on me? And like caring more about the Facebook likes than their own kids. And it's not even about like getting cringe about your social media, like you're literally faking a moment that didn't even happen. Because I didn't want cat food as payment for my art. Spawn Point, that is that's an amazing contact name.
Well, blorp, my kids has art and hours. Kiln time and glaze costs more than cat food. I'm sorry, Haley, being an ungrateful dickhead. They want money for the ashtray.
You sent that to me, you asshole. Oh my god, they sent it to the wrong person. They were supposed to be venting to someone else. Holy shit, that's embarrassing. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
I just wanted him to know I haven't even sent it. I won't. I realized your art is worth more than cat food.
Oh, that I'm an ungrateful kid because I don't want cat food as payment.
Well, I thought it was sweet of him to think of your cat for all the cat food. I'm sorry, blorp, I won't say a word.
Ah yes, the kind of person is only sad because they're caught. You're not actually sad because of what you did, you're sad because you got called out and it's embarrassing. Are you serious? I don't care if you talk to him, it's the fact that you called me an ungrateful kid. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I already said I'm sorry. I am very sorry.
No, you're not, or you wouldn't have said it. Exactly, they're sorry about being found out. They're not sorry about doing it. God damn.
I feel that you always seem like people owe you something no matter who it is. You have this attitude, and I know I was wrong with saying that I'm sorry, but you can do things out of the kindness of your heart like you do for Blorp, and I know you don't like him, but he was trying to... punctuation like him, but he was trying to be nice, and it was just an afterthought. He said it would be like an ashtray, so it wasn't like he was demanding it. I'm very, very sorry.
I am not going to talk to you about this right now. Ooh, one thing I would do personally is just like spread this little screenshot around your loved ones and like the close vicinity before she's able to spin some other story about like the ungrateful artist child or something like that. Make sure they see what kind of messages she's sending to people about them behind their back, because if she's doing this to you, she's probably doing this to more people around you as well. When will this stop? I just got back from university. Location? I do the exact same thing every day. I go to uni for labs, lectures, or a quiz. Why do you need location each time?
You started with this. Is something wrong with you?
No.
Something happened to you? What's in your head? Huh?
I am tired of sending location.
Don't be tired again. Don't forget the location again. Where are you going? What will you do? Where are you? What did you eat? What time? University tomorrow.
I have lab tomorrow.
Until what time? Online?
No.
What time?
Leave me alone, I'm eating. Why so many questions?
I won't stop.
Okay, little edgelord. Jesus Christ. Some people just become parents to act like high, mighty little edgelords, I swear to God.
What time? Your lab. Until what time?
12.
Send location. Good night.
I, 20F, have been trying to get my father to stop forcing me to send him my location. It's been 3 years of me living alone for studies. He also decides to visit me every 2 weeks, forcing me to pay for a 2-bedroom apartment that is completely out of my budget just so he can have a place to sleep when he visits. Oh my god, that is unhinged, and I'm betting that he doesn't actually pay for it. It's one thing if it's like, yeah, I'm willing to pay a portion of your rent, so, there's a place to sleep when family comes visit, that would be fine, I suppose, if they were normal about it and not overly controlling. But this is just unhinged. I can't cut him off. I am relying on him on my college tuition. I need to make him stop being obsessed with what I'm doing every single day, until I can graduate and cut him off. This isn't the only reason I see him as an insane parent. He has done much worse. I just can't keep sending him my location. It pisses me off. For those asking, she is from the Arabian Gulf region. She stated that her father signed a contract to permit her to travel to her current university that is out of her home country. She is from a country that does not grant her legal adult freedom. Oh my god, that is such a pain in the ass. Even like the system back home is supporting the insane parent. Whoop-de-doo. Holy freaking psychosis. I asked him the reason for this. He says he feels internal comfort watching me drive to and back from university. It makes zero sense to me.
What do you mean? Just watching the GPS tracker? Like,
oh yeah, the soothing GPS tracker. Look at that shit.
If that was his worry, watching my location wouldn't make a difference. I can get in a car crash with or without sending my location. The location won't make me arrive safer. Okay, maybe this is one of those rare instances where AI could do something good. Is it possible to hook up like a chatbot to the phone number so he gets like automated responses and he's just entertained by this chatbot while you can just mind your business? I just had that thought. Is that possible? That would be absolutely amazing for things like this. Mom refuses to pick me up after a lockdown scare. We just had a lockdown scare. Everything seems to be fine, but everyone is still shaken up because the principal was full on yelling when she said emergency lockdown. I don't freaking know what's going on. Apparently something was happening in the mall. I don't know. I think everything is fine though. I don't know.
Definitely an interesting day.
That's it? That's okay?
Everyone thought it was like,
Are you still in lockdown?
Yes, but no. We're not in emergency lockdown, but we're still in shelter in place. Yeah, apparently there was never anything in the school but in the mall, so they put us in emergency lockdown. Still hate every part of this though. Group audio call. Join group audio call. Oh yeah, we're back to classes moving. And here she is sending a meme.
My son in his older sister's room waiting to see how long it takes for her to yell at him and kick him out.
What? Can I possibly come home early? I don't think I can focus. I'll do my work at home. I just feel super nervous.
Not this time or I press.
Huh?
I don't know. What's happening?
Everything's been resolved, I'm pretty sure. Or else they would have kept us in lockdown.
Right.
We're back in class rotations.
I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Oh my god, are you serious? Your kid has to scare for this kind of stuff, and this is your response? That is so blasé, it's insane. Please, I'll do extra chores.
This is so sad to read, man.
No, honey, you gotta get our comfort zone.
Is your mom drunk? I'm getting the feeling she's on something, because like her spelling is weird. She's sleeping at what I'm assuming is like essentially 2 in the afternoon or something like that. And she's so like blasé about this. Is she tripping on something? I'm getting the feeling. I thought there was a freaking shooting. That's not out of my comfort zone. Mom, please. I'll scrub the damn toilet. I don't care. God damn, parent of the year, baby. Hey, you worried about this school shooting? Have you considered that maybe you're worried about it just because you haven't been exposed to enough school shootings? You know? Exposure therapy? Exposure therapy is actually kind of a good concept, but not when it comes to bullets, okay? Don't do that.
Stop, I'm finally able to sleep and Blorp has a migraine again.
I'm sorry for like swearing at you, but this isn't just an anxiety thing. Oh, so this is from someone else in the group chat, I'm guessing family. I gotta agree with Blorp on this one. A shooting scare is not gonna be taken lightly. Thank you. You can't excuse it with anxiety. For real, like I said, I'm sorry for yelling and swearing, but I genuinely thought I was gonna die. You can message me periodically throughout the day if she doesn't pick you up. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. You know, I wouldn't really ask to come home unless I genuinely needed it. My dad picked me up at 3 a.m. from a sleepover because I had a nightmare when I was 10. I don't know how people can have children but not want the responsibility of comforting them when they're tired. Yeah, and this is also something quite serious, to be honest. Like, this is a legitimate scare, you know? And I can totally imagine someone being kind of out of it for the rest of a school day and feeling that your loved ones and your parents that are supposed to care for you and protect you are there and, like, ready to step in and want to, like, support you when shit like this happens is pretty important. Like, what you have just told your kid is that you will not be there for them, even when really serious things happen or really serious scares happen. So you will not be there for them for anything less than this either. You have just told your kid that you do not care about them, and that will probably be how your relationship will look with them when you get older. They are not gonna count on you or be close to you because this is what you told them. My mom called my landlord to complain about the way I decorated my own apartment, and I only found out because my landlord called me confused. Wait, your mom is doing the whole like, I wanna speak to your manager? With your landlord? Oh my god. When Insane Parents meets Karen behavior. Oh, the beautiful Venn diagrams. I moved into my first solo place 8 months ago, and it took me forever to make it feel like mine. I painted one wall in my bedroom a deep olive green, hung shelves, put up photos, got curtains I actually liked. Nothing was done without checking my lease first. No damage, no violations, just a space that finally felt like it belonged to me. My mom had visited once back in the spring and spent most of the tour telling me the green wall was depressing, and that my shelves were crooked and the curtains made the room look smaller. I listened, said I liked it, and moved on. I thought she had too. Last Tuesday, my landlord called me and opened with, "So I got a bit of an unusual call." My mom had phoned him directly, introduced herself as my mother, and told him she was concerned about modifications I had made to the apartment and wanted to know if he had approved them and whether there was plans to address them before my lease renewal. My landlord said he told her he had no concerns about my tenancy and that the apartment was in good condition. This isn't concern, she's just going full Karen mode, speak to your manager kind of thing, but with your landlord. Because what, you didn't take like her tips regarding interior design to heart because you had a different idea of how you wanted a place to look? So she's so petty that when you don't like make your apartment the way she wants it to look, she will try to get you in trouble with the landlord? That's not concern. Are you kidding me? That's an uber petty power play. My landlord said she had told her he had no concerns about my tenancy and that apartment was in good condition. And she apparently pushed back and asked him to take another look. What do you mean she pushed back? What? Because she felt things had been done that could affect the property value. He called me purely because he found the whole thing strange and wanted me to know. I was so embarrassed I didn't know what to say to him. When I called my mom, she said she was just looking out for me. No, this isn't looking out for anyone. This is someone who is really petty, or they're feeling like they're losing control because their kid moved out, and now they're like trying to manipulate the situation in the new living location so they can have more power over you and get you in trouble when you say no to the smallest things. Like, this isn't even something that affects her. This is your choices about your own interior design, and she's trying to get you in trouble for it because you don't have the same idea about how to decorate an apartment as she does. This is crazy, man. That's the pettiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And that if I had a problem with it, maybe I should think about whether my decorating choices were actually as fine as I thought they were. See, she is just being petty. She is being so petty and then being manipulative about it as well. She genuinely did not seem to understand why I was upset, and kept reframing it as concern for my future and my rental history. Because you painted the wall. That you're allowed to do in the lease agreement. Vet. I told her clearly that she is not to contact anyone in my life about my living situation again. Not my landlord, not my employer, not anyone. She said I was being dramatic and hung up. I am still angry, and I honestly don't know what the next step looks like with her. Starting to smell like no contact. I mean, you literally have a parent that is trying to get you in trouble with your landlord because you don't agree that walls in your place should be the same color. Like, are you kidding me? What is she gonna do next? You know, she's gonna call your boss because she doesn't agree that your fever was high enough to take a sick day one day. You know, like, this person is insufferable. I'm so sorry you have to deal with this parent. My boyfriend's mom showed up to my apartment to inspect it before deciding if he's allowed to move in with me. How old is the boyfriend? So my boyfriend Jake and I have been together for almost 2 years, and we recently decided he's going to move into my apartment, that I pay for, that I have lived in alone for 3 years. Jake is 26 years old. Man, if this is not a sneak peek into what the future of the relationship is gonna be like, I can't tell you what will be. I found out last Thursday when my neighbor texted me saying there was a woman in the hallway taking pictures of the building entrance and asking other tenants questions about noise levels and what kind of people live here. I came home on my lunch break and she was literally standing in my hallway with a notepad. She's LARPing some kind of like, I don't know, apartment inspector. Holy shit, this is hilarious. His mom introduced herself very warmly, said Jake has mentioned the move and she just wanted to see where her son would be living before things got too far along. I mean, if you were curious about where your son were moving, you could certainly do this in a smoother way. Like, oh my god, how would you like to have a cup of coffee? I can buy a couple of cinnamon buns and let's see the place. I would love to see where you're going, you know. That would be the normal way of doing it, you know, a bit of a housewarming thing, I suppose, you know, it's just kind and nice. That's typically how people do it, okay, and that would be fine. She asked if she could come inside to check the layout. I said no. She looked genuinely surprised, like that was an unreasonable response. She then told me she had some concerns about the neighborhood and wanted to discuss house rules in case Jake moves in, including whether I'd be okay with her having a spare key for visits. No! No, dear God, no! I mean, relatives having spare keys is perfectly fine if they understand boundaries, and she has already shown that she doesn't. I told her this wasn't something we were going to discuss at my front door without Jake present, and that showing up unannounced to evaluate my home was not something I was comfortable with. She left but texted Jake that I was hostile and that she thinks we are rushing things. Jake apologized and said she does stuff like this, but he looked genuinely embarrassed. I like him a lot, but the idea that his mom sees my home as a space she gets veto power over is making me rethink the whole timeline of this move, honestly. I am not surprised you're rethinking it. This is just the start of her overbearing interference. You really need to see how he handles his mother going forward. He needs to be able to be firm with her, and if he's not, her BS will escalate. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, it's not his fault that his mom is overbearing and weird about this kind of stuff. But it's also kind of his responsibility to set his foot down and be like, no mom, you can't be this invasive with my partner. We are two adults that are planning our adult life. You are not our parents and you don't have veto power over a living space that she is actively paying for. Unless he is willing to put his foot down, sadly, that is gonna become your problem too. That is the reality of this relationship. So I do hope you're able to sit down with him and talk about it and he can set a comfortable boundary with his own mother, because this is not fair in the least to dump on you. And it would be a shame to have to reconsider a relationship when you're actually into someone because their parent is an overbearing weirdo. Emancipated nephew move home. Now his parents want child support. About 2 years ago, my nephew was kicked out by his excessively religious parents. I financially supported him to become emancipated and provide him a safe home. Over Christmas, his parents reconciled with him and begged for him to move home. They just sent me a demand letter for child support, since I helped him become emancipated. My wife and I can't stop laughing. He's not actually my nephew, he's my cousin's son. He was kicked out for refusing to say he was straight, and because he wouldn't stop associating with the kid at school they believe is gay. Wow, these parents sound absolutely amazing. I'm not sure why you would want to reconcile with people like this, but it seems that they haven't changed that much, to be honest. Oh my god. Entitled mom demanded I prove my kid was actually mine at the playground. Yesterday after work, I took my 5-year-old to our local playground because he had been bouncing off the walls all day. It was pretty busy. Lots of parents sitting on benches, kids running around, the usual. My son was on the climbing thing and I was standing nearby because he is still in that phase where you think he's invincible. A woman I had never seen before was watching him way too hard, like following him with her eyes. I didn't think much of it until my kid slid down and ran over to me for water, and she marched up with her arms crossed and goes,
Is that your child?
I said, yes, obviously, and she immediately hits me with,
Well, he keeps cutting in front of my daughter. You need to control him.
I told her I would talk to him, and I did. I said, hey buddy, wait your turn. He nodded and ran back. I thought that was it. Nope. 10 minutes later, she's back, this time louder, saying my son pushed her kid. My son is tiny, and her daughter was older and bigger, but sure. I asked my son what happened, and he said the girl wouldn't let him climb and he went around her, and maybe he bumped her by accident. I apologized anyway, because whatever, playground stuff happens. Entitled mom then says,
I don't think he's even yours. I haven't seen you here before.
I literally laughed because what? She tells me I need to show proof he's my kid or she's calling someone, because
people kidnap kids from park all the time.
At this point, other parents are looking over, and my son is staring at me like he did something horrible. Poor kid to have to experience this, man. I said, lady, I am not showing you anything. Back off. She tries to grab my son's wrist when he walks over, like to keep him there, and I snapped and pulled him behind me. I told her if she touches him again, I'm calling the police. And she instantly flips to the victim, saying I'm aggressive and suspicious, and a real parent would understand her concern. A real parent would low-key let a random woman kidnap their child at the playground because I am not sure your kid is actually yours. That's what a real parent would do, sure, whatever you say, lady. One dad nearby finally speaks up and goes, he's been here the whole time, calm down. She got mad at him too, saying he's enabling. She ended up leaving in a huff with her daughter, yelling that this park is unsafe. Yeah, because of her. She just low-key tried to kidnap a kid. My kid asked me in the car if that lady thought I stole him, and I felt so gross about the whole thing. She sounds absolutely unhinged, like I don't believe she was an actual kidnapper, even though like what she said and did, low-key gave that sort of vibe. I just feel she was a very, very vindictive person and felt she wanted like power over random people in the playground. Like,
oh my god, I can separate families in the playground if they bump into my daughter.
Jesus Christ, lady, get a hobby. Well, laddies, lasses, and lassos, I do hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed having you here, you wonderful, beautiful beings, and I will see you again in the very near future. Take care. Mwah.